welcome. We're gonna do a collective, okay? Y'all see a change of venue. Spirit called me to come and sit outside today, really get connected to the earth for this message. I think that my beautiful oak tree here is going to lend us some of her wisdom for today's reading. Yeah. Let's get started. Okay. I take this moment to become fully present. I ground myself into the earth beneath me and open my awareness to the wisdom that exists beyond what I can see. I only invite the highest expressions of truth, love, wisdom, and compassion to be present in this space. May every message that comes through serve the highest good of everyone involved. May what is shared bring clarity, healing, empowerment, and peace. I release the need to force, prove, or control anything. I simply become a clear and willing channel. May my intuition remain strong, my discernment remain clear, and my heart remain open. I ask that all information received be aligned with truth and offered with integrity, humility, and respect. This space is now dedicated to healing, insight, and the highest good, and so it is. Okay, first of all, my name is Tabitha. This is Channeled Wellness. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's good to see you. Please remember, if the reading resonates or if you just want to support the channel, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Okay. Our little buddy's still hanging out with us here. There's a little red dragonfly hanging on to the bottom of this table. There's a need to get back out into nature, and I feel like this need is very serious. Okay, this could be something that you've been feeling like you're kind of neglecting. Okay, this aspect of yourself. The reason that I say this, y'all, a 222 on the timer as I look up. There's an ant crawling on my shoe. If y'all see me looking around, I'm just looking to nature because there's a lot of activity here and nature is speaking to me. The ant is crawling on my shoe, but my shoe's not on my foot. I'm barefoot, connected to the earth. Okay. Spirit, as I was saying the opening prayer, the Spirit was bringing back to my mind the times when I used to do collective messages every day. When I would drop my daughter off at school, I would do collective messages in the car on the ride home from bringing her to school. And that the ride was longer then, so it was, good timing or whatever for it. And those days I just felt a lot more connected to nature. I was outside a lot more. I spent a lot more time like by the water, just really getting connected to the earth. And I feel like that could be true for you as well. I feel like you've been inside and it's time, like Spirit is saying, go outside. And y'all know it's Spirit, because for me to be out here in this weather, and it's hotter than hot today, okay? And I live in southern Louisiana, so anybody who don't know, southern Louisiana is hot. It's hot out here. But Spirit was so kind. We got a little bit of reprieve. It's a little bit of cloud cover. And this beautiful oak tree behind me is providing wonderful shade, which I'm so grateful to her for. The Nados. Didn't we pull this before? I can't remember if that was a collective reader or not. I pulled this card recently. Let's read it again because y'all know my brain. My brain, she be trying, but she can't always keep up. Did I say for you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe if the reading resonates? If I did, count it to my head and not my heart. It's not a sales pitch. There could be something about a call to action that could be important for you at this time. There's a helicopter passing. There was a hawk sitting here on the electrical wire, and it was watching me, and I think the helicopter kind of scared it because it just flew off kind of frantically and kind of crashed into a tree across the street. I don't know. I don't know how that resonates, but I know it's part of the reading. Nothing happens during a reading that is insignificant. So if that part doesn't apply to you, if it doesn't make sense to you, that just wasn't your part, okay? This is a general, a collective, so not everything is going to apply to every single person, all right? Okay, I keep looking down, y'all. My foot, you know how like when you see, it's just one ant crawling in this shoe, but like the sight of this ant is making me feel like my foot is itching, but it's not. Y'all experience that? Okay. Thanatos. It's tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Okay, one more. So you're being initiated into the underworld. I feel like it's not just the underworld, it's the other world. The comic. Yeah, I was just thinking about the movie that I saw recently, Everything Everywhere All at Once. The comic. This is really reminding me of like how she had her face painted. What was her name? The daughter. The she wasn't evil. They called her an evil version of the daughter, but she wasn't evil. She was just confused. She was lost. She was hyper aware, and she didn't understand the meaning behind it all. Yeah, the comic. Okay, let's read this one. That movie is significant. I feel like if you haven't seen that movie, it's called Everything Everywhere All at Once. You should watch it. There's something about being very in tune, like being just so aligned. So, things are so precise. Oh, there's an ant on my phone now. Where'd you come from? How'd you get up there? I guess she climbed up there. Okay, we're just gonna let it do its thing. All right. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there's always, y'all, if y'all see the camera flashing, it's because this ant keeps crawling across it. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there's always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic season accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any... What's up with these ants? You guys are exploring. I guess I'm invading your territory. Can you explore off my table, though? Come on, crawl on it. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Okay. Within the comic is usually the sage or the magician working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. There's something here about a dark sense, having a dark sense of humor. I feel very out of my element today, which is weird because I don't usually feel out of my element out in nature, but I feel, I don't know, I just feel strange, different, just out of place today. There could be something about that. So maybe someone is dealing with feeling out of, maybe that's how you're feeling. 1212 on a timer. You could be feeling very out of place in a certain environment. There's a sense of morbidity, Spirit just said. But also like this, it's this dark humor. It's almost like it's ironic. Isn't it ironic? Oh, and it's Morissette. Okay. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride, and you've already paid. I heard the irony is just too much to bear. What's the irony? The fool. Well, someone thinks that you're naive at something. This could be because of your sense of humor or the way that you deal with situations, like the way that you handle things could give off the impression that you're more naive than you are, but you're not new to this. You're true to this. You've been initiated into the underworld. They don't understand the things that you've been through. And it's so ironic for them to be sitting there looking at you like you the clown when really they're the ones with egg on their face. Okay, we're going there. Relationship dynamics are significant. The Son of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone has a distorted sense of how much information they actually have. The Hermit. You're much more wise than this person. That's what they were talking about in the card, the comic. Within the comic is the sage or the magician. It's because the comic holds a lot of wisdom. It takes wisdom to be able to look at, especially when you have a dark sense of humor, right? It takes a certain amount of wisdom to be able to look at a situation and make a joke about it, especially one that's kind of uncomfortable because of the irony of the situation, right? Some people don't even realize irony. It's very funny like that, right? Things can be ironic and it'll just go clean over some people's head because they lack the wherewithal, Spirit's saying. They lack the experience and the understanding, the knowledge, the intelligence. Spirit saying, yes, humor is a marker of intelligence. The Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, I can't make it up. This is what you do. This is part of your magic. To take these dark things and convert it into, yeah, this is what I'm seeing. You take these dark things, these death, these underworld related topics, and you convert it into something light, comical, colorful for people. And that takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of skill. That's your magic. That's what you do. You transform, you transmute energies. And someone hasn't realized this yet, and they think that you're a fool, but really they are. The Moon. I'm telling you. The Moon is the unknown. It's the subconscious. Hey, little bud. Hey, can you stop climbing on my stuff? I'm not going to be here long, I promise. Okay? Go on the grass. Thank you. It's the unknown. It's the subconscious. It's what they think they know, as Spirit is saying. This person, yeah, the Hanged Man, the train, fated events are happening, okay? Yeah, the Four of Swords, interesting. Okay, this is the Four of Wands with the Devil peeking out at the bottom. These people have a twisted concept of what their stability is, and they need to Four of Swords. They need to just chill out, calm down, stop doing whatever it is that they're doing. I feel like this person, it's loud, sorry. I feel like whatever this person is doing is drawing a lot of attention to themselves. Oh, hi. Y'all see him? Can y'all see him? The red dragonfly. He's been hanging out at the bottom of the table right here. Yeah, there could be something about red dragons, too. I feel like that's the energy. See the Hanged Man? They don't really know what's in you because you keep quiet, you keep still, right? But you have this fire in you. They just haven't seen it yet, and they don't know what kind of like territory they're stepping into playing around with you. I feel like they're gonna find out. Yeah, it's a very short burst. Oh, look at this beautiful butterfly. The butterfly's the same colors as me, this brown and this marigold. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, the train's loud, but it's a very short train, and that's what I was saying. This is gonna be a short burst of energy. I feel like they're gonna get a short poof, little burst of energy from you, and that's gonna let them know to like, hey, sit down. Like, don't, you going too far. I feel like you've had a lot of patience with this person. Yeah, Spirit said patience only goes so far. Justice in the Nine of Pentacles. You will be successful. There's no doubt about that. That was never a question. These people just don't know who they playing with. I have pulled the Empress before that. I don't know if I showed you. They don't know who they playing with. I heard they're playing around in the systems, but you're the one who creates the systems. It's like these people or this person finds themselves in a world that they didn't build, and they're trying to call the shots, but this is your world. Spirit said this is your arena. Yeah, the sun. I can't make it up. They're gonna find out. See that burst of energy, that oof, that's what I'm talking about. That energy just gonna hit them like a ton of bricks. Shouldn't play with you. They should not play with you. And that's the thing. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. You keep to yourself, really. You keep to yourself. You mind your business, and you mind the business that mind you. You really keep to yourself here. This is that sun energy right here, this flame. It's in you, but it doesn't like load up and come out as this explosion all the time. But sometimes they do. Sometimes they have to. Sometimes it's necessary. This is bringing me back to the last, was it the last reading that I posted? The flame. Unboxing the flame within. Like letting the flame out the box. Something like that was the title. Go back and look for it if you haven't seen it, because I feel like this is a continuation of that message. But this is one way that the flame becomes unboxed in dealing with an interpersonal relationship. There's somebody else here that's causing you to have to go in your bag, and this could seem very out of character for you as far as they know you, but this is something that's always been within you. This is not something, this is not new territory to you. Like we said at the beginning, you're not new to this, you're true to this. You've been doing this for a long time. And just because they haven't seen something yet doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. But the irony of their behavior is lost on them. Okay? I dropped the card, guys. Hold on real quick. The King of Pentacles here. Tell me about this King of Pentacles, please. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords. The Nine of Wands. There's been so many situations that have really like tried to trap you up in your path of building this world. I feel like, and you've learned how to really overcome these obstacles, how to not get caught up in the traps. That could be why you've become kind of domicile. You know, you've become more pacified in a lot of ways than you were before. This is bringing me back to the oil of vitriol. You know, how when we're younger, we might lash out or be, you know, screaming to the void. But at some point, you learn that that doesn't do you any good. But that quality is still within you, and it's within you for a reason here. And I feel like you're going to have to let it out. Just don't go too far off the deep end. Make sure it's a quick little boof, enough to just put them back in a little, okay? Let them understand that your energy has a boundary, right? There's a boundary around you. And if they want to come into your space, they have to get approval. They can't just, yeah, that's like somebody just walking in your house. Like just opening the door and just walking in your house. No, don't do that. You don't have permission to be here like that. Now maybe my closest partner, my closest relative, maybe my child might have permission to bust up in my house like that, but you don't. You know, there's an importance for you to. I feel like the boundary has already been set, but this person is not respecting that boundary, and I feel like that's what that burst of energy needs to push them back on their correct side of that boundary. You don't have to go overboard with it, right? What's the term for that? Beating a dead horse? Yeah. You don't have to beat a dead horse here, but I do feel like it's important for you to honor and acknowledge your own boundary, because this is your world. This is your world. You built it. The Empress. All alone. You didn't have any help. Okay? And you did a damn good job building it too. And now they won't come in and encroach. And no, we're not allowing this here. Okay? And when I say building your world, this could be have to do with somebody actually trying to get into your physical home. But more so, I feel like it's your home, like your home space, your energetic space, your energy. Someone's trying to get in to either siphon off of you or something. Okay? Yeah. Is there anything else? Spirit says no. We can go ahead and close out the message. That was the message. All right. Nature. Okay. A full circle moment. The reason we're out in nature is because this is your natural self. Okay. When you're closer to nature, it brings out the more natural side of you, the more natural side of things. It doesn't invoke for you to be so domiciliary, passive. You became passive to fit in with other people, but that's not your actual nature of who you are. And yes, it's a beautiful thing to grow and mature, right? But sometimes it's necessary to step back into, don't think that I've evolved so much that I can't go back to who I've always been, because that's still me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. Okay, what is yours returns to you. Hi. Hey, little bug, please don't bite me. Please. No, I'm sorry if I hurt you. I really don't want to get bit. Yeah, the wind's picking up. All right. What is yours returns to you. What is mine remains with me. May what has been revealed be met with clarity. With gratitude, I now bring this session to a close. Thank you for every insight, every lesson, and every moment of connection that served the highest good. I now lovingly release every energy, emotion, message, and connection that does not belong to me. May all energy return peacefully and completely to its own rightful source, carrying only love, wisdom, and blessing. I call all of my own energy back from me, back to me from every person, place, conversation, timeline, expectation, and experience. I welcome it home, cleansed, restored, and whole. I release any energy that is not mine to carry. I am fully present in my own body, my own life, and my own path. The session is complete. The connection is closed. My energy is my own. I leave this space grounded, clear, peaceful, and restored. And so it is. Ashe. Have a wonderful day on purpose.